In today's Our Region's Business Online Extra, we're taking a hard hat tour of an old railroad roundhouse that's being redeveloped into our region's newest innovation center.
This is a view from the second floor space up there, which is an event space where people can overlook, there can be large events.
Ann Chen is a partner at GBBN, the architecture firm.
I think everyone who's been to this space really sees the potential of it. It's just really so thrilling and compelling.
Thrilling and compelling indeed. The foundation for Hazelwood Green was laid almost 2 decades ago when 3 Pittsburgh foundations came together to redevelop the old Hazelwood Cokeworks site. They bought the site, and then the Benedum Foundation, the Heinz Endowments, and the R.K. Mellon Foundation set it aside until the time was ripe for redevelopment.
The foundation's commitment to keeping the 3 existing buildings on the site, this building, the mill building, and the pump house, they plus the community, the Hazelwood community around this, those are the things that make this development site unique.
Sam Ryman's the director of the R.K. Mellon Foundation.
And the reason why they did that was because they saw this as one of the last remaining brownfield sites in the city proper. They already had some vision for how this could connect to Oakland, how you could really create job opportunities here and use it as a platform to make investments in sustainability and to connect it back to the community in a way that some of the other brownfield sites, unfortunately, hadn't really been thought about in that respect.
Today, there's a new name, Hazelwood Green, new infrastructure, a new street grid, and old mill buildings finding new purpose in our region's innovation economy. It's an amazing story, because I remember the desperation in the 80s and 90s. It was like, just develop things.
Sure.
I don't
Just
care if it's
get it
good or
done.
bad,
Just
just
get it
get
done.
jobs
Right.
on the
Yes,
sites.
exactly.
Now it can be a little more about doing it right and doing something really exceptional. We don't have that desperation that we had in the 80s or early 90s.
Right, and it's interesting because I don't know what version of the future we were waiting on, but this one feels pretty good, right? I mean, we're in the middle of a pandemic and we have an economic recession bordering on depression, and we have an abundance of civil unrest, and the world is sort of upside down right now. But yet, here we are still generating a tremendous amount of interest in everything happening on this site, and that signals to us that people really are aligned with what we're trying to do here. And even though it may take longer to get it right, to your point, this is our last chance to get it right in the city proper. This is the last remaining brownfield site, and we want to make sure that we don't lose that opportunity.
The Roundhouse has attracted Silicon Valley to the Mon Valley. It's to become a hub for entrepreneurship and innovation operated by OneValley. I caught up with CEO Nikhil Sinha via Zoom.
Our ambition is to build the world's largest entrepreneurship ecosystem and to support entrepreneurs anytime, anywhere, any place, and on any device.
So you're in Silicon Valley, you're in Boston. What brings you to Pittsburgh?
Well, Pittsburgh, we've been wanting to enter for quite a while. And one of the reasons, of course, is we believe Pittsburgh is a hotbed for new developments in artificial intelligence and machine learning through the work that's done at Carnegie Mellon, but also through the work that's being done at the University of Pittsburgh through the medical and health entrepreneurial activity that's taking place in that university as well. So these are 2 areas that we believe are going to be leading much of the innovation around the world. And we were looking forward to the opportunity to enter the Pittsburgh market and able to support the entrepreneurial and innovation activity in market.
So tell me what's going to be happening at the Roundhouse when you're able to open up OneValley there next spring.
Our plans for the Roundhouse is to create a innovation hub that not only focuses on supporting the entrepreneurs and corporate teams located within the center, but is also a community resource where people in the community who are looking for access to these resources also have the opportunity to access those resources. So we really are thinking about the Roundhouse as a Pittsburgh community resource focusing on innovation and entrepreneurship.
As the foundations who I guess have been involved in helping him to fund this have made a really big deal of that. So much of what seems to happen in the innovation space, it's a CMU thing, it's a Pitt thing. Do you think there's greater opportunity if we can engage more of the population in this type of entrepreneurship?
Absolutely, and I think we need a place that's we talk about an intersection of the different innovation and communities within the Pittsburgh region coming together within our innovation center. And we think that one of the reasons why Silicon Valley has developed as such a powerhouse of innovation is the cross-fertilization of innovation and activity that takes place, focused not just on universities, but also in the business community and also in the investment community. And that combination of different stakeholders is what's made Silicon Valley so successful. And we believe there's an opportunity to create a version of that in Pittsburgh.
Well, it's terrific to have One Valley as part of our river valleys here in southwestern Pennsylvania. Nikhil Sinha, thank you so much and welcome to Pittsburgh.
Thank you. It's great to be in Pittsburgh, and we look forward to the opening of our center towards the end of the spring in 2021.
I'm Bill Flanagan at Hazelwood Green, and that's today's Online Extra.